Yo, yo, yo.
Is it the end of the world? Yes, it is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid juggalo world for us all to enjoy.
What's up? There's the camera over there. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Welcome. Whoop, whoop. Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
This is Deck One Dell. Welcome, everyone. How's it going? Thanks for hanging with us. If you're hanging with us live, we appreciate it. My name is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy, if you want. This is my buddy.
Carver Law, y'all.
And we got our good pal with us.
Chris, how we doing?
Well, you got to have a cool name.
Yeah. Well, Sly.
All right,
yeah,
we'll be
I was
Sly.
speaking. Yeah. I'm 36.
What'd you say? Slick? Okay, slick.
Yeah.
Slick.
Yeah.
What's up? Yo, so,
yeah.
welcome, Chris.
Thank
for
you very
joining us.
much. Thank you very much.
man.
Chris-
Like, I don't have much to add. I'm not knowledgeable, especially on this album.
Yeah.
It's kind of like. It's like having Gordon Ramsay on a car show. You know what I mean? Like, I can have some input on things, but you don't need to value my opinion at all.
I feel it, man.
We're happy to have you, man.
Yeah, thanks for
Happy to
joining us.
have you.
Chris was with us. He joined us on the Wraith episode
Yes.
via Zoom, but
Right.
now you're back in town.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I am back living in Columbus, so I had to see my good friends. Unless you guys don't divulge where you're from, in
Oh.
which case.
We're from the Dark Carnival, dude. That's all everyone needs to know.
There you go.
We're from the Carney grounds.
Yeah. We like to be good to all regions of the United States, so we don't tell them where we.
Yeah. Ignore the atmosphere here. We're gonna be doing some rearranging and shit, and I didn't feel like fucking with green screen stuff. so
We're in a transitional phase.
we are. We got
Right.
some cool stuff brewing.
We are
over here.
trans.
So we dude, you're gonna get us fucking canceled, bro.
You know,
Yeah, man.
Uh,
I mean,
working
I'm
on
sure
it.
we've already been canceled.
that is the
What's up? Yeah, let's see. We got Ian Undercover, Nobody Man, Corey, and Scott hanging with us. What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
What is going on?
Ian was confused. He said, "So wait, is Shasta the same as Fago?" And I'm here to tell you that yes, it is. Shasta,
Really? Yeah.
Shasta,
Rip It is actually a product, right?
Yep. Shasta owns Rip It, Fago, Shasta, obviously, and LaCroix. So any of those products, we make it.
LaCroix?
LaCroix.
LaCroix is Fago. So theoretically, if you were like at an ICP show and you started spraying LaCroix all over everyone,
Yep.
like they'd
can't
be
say
salty.
nothing.
Like you can't say nothing.
Nope,
It's
can't say
Fago.
So there we go. I've set the from now on. ICP concerts bring LaCroix. It'll be much less sticky.
Yeah.
You
it would
know?
actually be pleasant. It would
Yeah.
smell good in there.
Exactly. That's
what
what
if
I'm
they
saying.
started bringing like LaCroix? They started
ICP bunting 2 liters of LaCroix.
Dude, when ICP turns like 50, they're just going to have to start throwing LaCroix in the crowd because the whole crowd's going to get pissed. They don't mind getting wet, but we don't want to be sticky. We don't want the shit burning our eyes. Throw LaCroix on us, bro. I want to smell like pamplemousse when I leave.
Oh, man, great.
My homeboy,
yeah.
homeboy Crutch is hanging with us, too. What's up, man?
Nice to see you, Crutch.
Yes.
Our man canceled on us, so we got extra time to.
Okay.
If anybody's, by the way, in the chat, you want to join our Juggalo origin story, and you have Zoom, I guess I'll take you because our boy canceled on us.
Canceled.
but-
Yeah, we had a guest lined up. And
Cool
yeah,
one too.
Yeah, I mean, a few people know about him. I would assume.
I like how me being a guest is now no longer cool. It's like, I mean, we had a really cool one that was coming, but Chris is here.
Well,
Sly is here.
Did you ever share your origin story?
My Juggalo origin
Oh
story.
yeah, that'll be cool.
No, I never did.
That's a great one, dude.
yeah.
We can dive into that.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I was from Columbus, Mississippi. There was like 2 Juggalo origin stories to me because I have like 2 very separate Juggalo experiences. But I came from Columbus, Mississippi, moved to Columbus, Ohio. I was 14, 9th grade. I had a hard time making friends because you move to a city and you're talking like this.
Yeah.
People automatically gonna make fun of you. And I mean, I had a very heavy Southern accent. It was real hard to make friends.
Yeah.
And
Well, by the time I met you, it was gone.
yeah, that was much later, but that's what I'm saying. There's like 2 Juggalo eras. There were kids in school, though, that were kind of like, the rejects of the time, I guess. Like nobody really talked to them, but everybody almost feared them in a sense. Like,
They were
the
juggalos.
kids, that were going to shoot the school up. There were all the rumors circulating them, and it was like an enigma. I forced myself onto these, to hang out with these dudes, and even hanging out with them, they bullied the shit out of me like for a good like 3 or 4 months. But there was like 2 cool juggalos in that group, Timmy and Andy, who both of you guys know, and they were really cool to me. They'd give me, you know, like shockumentary. He'd be like, "Hey, I'll let you borrow this. If you don't bring it back, though, I'll never let you borrow nothing else again. So watch it and bring it back to me tomorrow." So it was like homework, and like, or they give me a CD. Go listen to this. This is Riddle Box. This is like the best you do, you know. And so they kind of got me into it. But even then, I wasn't really happy as a juggalo. It was almost like a survival thing. Because, you know, I was just trying to find a group that would accept me.
Yeah.
What really changed it for me was when we were standing out front, me and Timmy, Mirror had just come out. And Ben drove by. And I mean, I had seen Shane around the neighborhood and everything. You know,
Ben was on our gathering episode.
Okay, hell
I
yeah.
think Shane was too. I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Ben drove by and he said, you know, "Hey, what's up, Juggalos? What are you guys doing?" We're like, "Well, we're trying to buy a Mirror, but we don't have a
Was
ride."
he driving that black Camaro?
I think it was his white car.
The
Wasn't it
Thunderbird?
white? Yeah. I think it was all white car with a hatchet man on back. But anyway, I was like, you know, I was at this point, I think 14, so. Or maybe a little. No, I was older than that. I was like 17, 18 or something.
17.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, bada bing, magic number. Yeah. But anyway, we hopped in the car. I had to go ask my mom. I remember that. We hopped in the car, went to the mall. When we went to the mall, he bought the CD for us, which was like cool. It's like one of the coolest things anyone had done for me up till that point.
Yeah.
We walked to the food court. I think like Shane and Richard were both in Chick-fil-A or something. I think you were working. You told me about your website. You had like, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on. I used that website. I made Real Ninjas," and it's like some GeoCities website that had like 30 people visited a week, and I said it like you're supposed to go, "Oh yeah," like same type of thing. But I think
my
yours
site
was
was
like Psycho.
It was Psycho Jokas.
Psycho Jokas, yeah.
But like mine wasn't like a popular one or anything. Like I mean, Fago Lovers was even the one back then. But
I had delved, but like that was my thing. Like I was delving into Juggalo sites, and in my mind, I have a Juggalo site, so we're all in this big network, and they're doing the same thing, you know.
Real Ninjas.
It was called Real Ninjas, and it was done. I mean, like I wish I could go back and look at it because it would give me such a laugh, bro. It was so horrible together.
Now hold on. When I first met you, you had a Juggalo nickname.
Yeah, Derek Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember calling your house and asking for Derek.
Yeah, it was so.
And like your sister was like, who?
Yeah.
I'm like, Derek? She's like, oh, okay. You could hear her rolling her eyes. As she
right.
Who?
Yeah, it was like super corny. It was the worst name ever.
Was it-
Sly
Is
came later
Derek
with
Lotus there?
Coeffusion.
No, you were trying to do a play on words, though, right?
Yeah, like Dark Lotus. So it was spelled Darik, and that was like my URL internet name basically. Because back then, you were the moderator of the site. You had to have a cool name,
Right, of course.
Once we started rapping, then like I got in my mind cooler names. Like Sly is what I landed on because it rolls off the tongue. It's easy. But I'm 36 now, so that's why it's so weird when I see somebody I haven't seen in like 12 years. Because like I saw Chad just the other day. He's still living in the same house. Cheese. Remember Cheese?
Oh,
that
yeah.
real cool But I saw him and like he walked out and was like, "What's up, Sly?" Oh my, and it took me so I was just like, "Dude, I'm 36." Like,
Dude, bro, like
you
I
know
said,
my real name. Call me the real name. Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting here calling ourselves Keezy and Carver, bro. So
Yeah,
we're
but
so
at the
better.
same time,
Yeah,
it's
bro.
still Juggalo world. Yeah, call me Sly, whatever. But like I'm
Derek
not so
Lotus.
Sly now. I've got like a bald spot. Like it's
You're
Sly
still
doesn't
Sly,
fit,
man. You're still Sly.
Yeah, like
Slizza?
Slizza, exactly. Like you put the is on and it makes it even more cringy.
Slizza.
Slizza.
All
Yeah,
right, well.
man. We
Yeah,
got
but
it.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, Scott used
It was
to
a
be
good nickname for a long time.
Scott, our homeboy in here, he used to be Psychopathic Puppy back when I met him on B6. On
Psycho Puppy?
Psychopathic Puppy was his name on.
I mean, honestly, even now, that's fucking rad. I mean, honestly, I don't have a problem with Psychopathic Puppy. That's like, that just sounds like a really awesome metal band, honestly.
That's funny.
I'm going down to watch like,
Psychopathic
nails in gums and Psychopathic Puppy.
nails and gums.
He said, "Thanks, Keezy."
Yeah.
You're funny. I
Can't
mean,
be that.
yeah, it's all right, man. I mean, we all do. Yeah, have goofy shit like that. So whatever.
Right, yeah,
So
you
you-
got to
so-
have cool nicknames as a juggler.
I mean, he was Lurch. Like
Lurch.
when we
Lurch,
met
It
him.
Yeah,
fit because
yeah.
when we were younger, though, this dude was like 13 feet tall, like to like a 15-year-old. Like it was like one of those movies where like the person opens the door and you're just like, and they like stretch as you look up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, looking
why I'm
back, it's the same
slouching
height as
down,
now, but
man.
when you're 15 and 16, you know, it's 15, 16, 17, like you're tall as shit.
Yeah.
Well, Ben was just as tall as me, but you know he was fat, so he wasn't lurch.
He looked like a big bubble.
Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubbles. Benjamin Bubbles.
But so you're saying after you met Ben and then like got introduced to
All
of
you
us,
guys, yeah,
that
the
was-
game
that
changed
was when
drastically.
you're- Yeah, that was
I
when
stopped
you're-
hanging out with those juggalos at school, and like that's when I started kind of getting into rapping, and I started hanging out, you know, with more of the black kids, and that did wonders for me getting bullied, you know. So I kind of had like my real juggalo friends now, and like hanging out with you guys after school. Yeah, it was just a way different scenario. You know what I mean? It was like everybody was supporting. That's what introduced me to Juggalo family.
Yeah.
You know, because I would hear this stuff on songs and everything, but you know, I wasn't seeing it in my group at school.
didn't have
but
real
with you
friends.
guys. Yeah, I didn't have that Juggalo family at school. So
Yeah.
for me, really, it was like when I was hanging out with you guys. That's when I started really getting the concept. And I think people who really delve into the Juggalo world, that's the biggest draw. When you find that group of friends who
Yeah.
accepts you, and for the first time, like you're like, oh shit, like these guys are just like me. Like
Yeah,
for the
this is the
first time
shit.
ever, I really do belong somewhere.
I think
And,
that's
uh,
what keeps you.
Yeah,
Because I started when I listened to him, I didn't have any Juggalo friends, but once
Yeah.
I started meeting people, I think that's what kind of keeps you going. And
yeah. I mean, I definitely was one, you know, who was listening to the music at first. I mean, really through most of it, the music was almost like a mantra to go with the friendship I found. You know what I mean? That sounds super corny. I wish I could shoot a rainbow out of my chest right now. That'd be so rad. But imagine a rainbow.
Dude, we've said very similar shit on here. Like we
Yeah, yeah.
we feel you.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Yeah,
we've said-
and that's why
we've
you know
said
the
the whole
Juggalo
thing.
world is a fucking epic thing, man. Like you gotta love it for that. Even though like now there's some stuff I find comical.
Yeah, of course.
But definitely back then, man, it was like almost scripture.
And when you go back, even now, when you go back and listen to all the old shit, man, you still get the. I don't know about you, but I still get the nostalgia wave.
Oh,
and,
yeah, for sure.
You know, I remember every fucking word, and it still makes me feel good. And
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
I feel like I'll always have that. So as long as that's there, then fucking great. You know. We're doing
Yeah.
good.
Like I don't have to like the culture isn't what it used to be. But then again, maybe it's just I'm seeing it without the rose-colored glasses.
You're not
maybe
in
if
it as
social
much.
media and if social media had existed back then, maybe it would have been the same way.
Yeah.
It just it gives you a great chance to argue. And like back then, it's like when you did interact with other juggalos, it was at these concerts or these festivals.
Yeah.
And sometimes a little on message boards and stuff. But for the most part, like maybe that's why it felt so united and like everyone thought the exact same. Like we were a hive mind almost.
Yeah,
And
not to-
looking at it now, it's just like
Well, not to mention there was
just
a
battles.
There was we've talked about it on the show before, but there was a lot more mystique about the clowns themselves. So there was like that element of it, which is kind of gone now. You
Yeah.
know, with the internet and social media and shit.
Oh
so
man,
True.
especially with what they're doing now, you
Yeah.
see like.
Oh, yeah.
you're seeing how the
everything.
sausage is made now. you
Yeah, I
know?
mean, you could spend like literally. I used to spend like hours just looking for photos of them without
Yeah,
face paint,
right.
Because it was just like mind blowing. Like, oh shit! Like, yeah, they were just such enigmas.
yeah.
Yeah, I miss that, man. I miss how they were like, that era.
Yeah, for sure.
And they were always cutting a promo when they did interviews.
Yeah.
like it was they were never normal. You know,
Right.
they were cutting wrestling promos every time they fucking interviewed. I miss that shit too.
Yeah, they were characters for sure.
yeah.
Good shit. Speaking of that, so what? I'm sorry. We were still. We covered your Juggalo origin story, right?
Right,
Like, I
yeah.
mean, you met us. We all became super Juggalos up together, pretty much.
Yeah.
We all share a pretty similar origin story as far as we all may have found it somewhere else, but we all came together at a certain point, and
That's when it clicked.
then our all of our Juggalo origin stories merge and become one and the same.
yeah,
you know,
right? Yeah,
pretty
definitely.
much. So but what's great about it though is like without those Juggalo origin stories, like none of us would be in this room together right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Exactly.
all of my friends I still have are pretty much from being a Juggalo.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a vast majority of my friends.
like you're true, real friends. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah, as the kids say, my day ones. Yeah, 100.
keeping it 100,
Keeping it for the kids.
no cap.
Hey, kids, we're cool. You guys want to come over and smoke cigarettes? All right.
Cigarettes.
Yeah.
But speaking of ICP, seeing how the sausage is made, they've been doing the Patreon, and we haven't done a show in a while, so we haven't really talked at all about the latest one. They've been doing one all throughout April.
Right.
I wanted to apologize
Oh, okay. Why?
to the viewers for that we
I
haven't
forgive you.
that we haven't been we haven't been on here.
Yeah, no, honestly, like I went on vacation, it fucked it up, and then after that, we just, you started a new job. We just been a little busy, but
Busy, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to I wanted to put that out there and say we're sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
we apologize if you care
Yeah, and we love you.
very much.
And
Go on.
yeah,
So as far as the Patreon goes, like I haven't watched much. I watched a little bit of the talk show where Jay was talking to his mom, and I actually really enjoyed that conversation.
Yes, I watched that as well.
I have not seen that.
It was really cool. Like Jay, starts he gets pretty emotional, starts crying at a certain point,
Oh,
just talking
yeah.
about how his mom, he's like, you helped us so much, Ma. You bring all the chairs out to the wrestling rig, but to be honest, it sounds like his mom was cool as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So down to help them and really push their creative endeavors. It really was touching.
Yeah.
How close they were and
Yeah.
how much she cared about helping their imagination. You could
Yeah.
see why Violent J and Jump Steady are as creative individuals as they are.
I mean, they really do still have the
Look,
mindset of almost and I don't say this in a dumb sense, but they have a mindset of a 12 or 14-year-old. You know what I mean? In the sense where you have these complex. You can write a whole song about a lagoon. You know what I mean?
right,
And to come up with a concept about a lagoon or these the Candy Man and they have all these little stories that they can come up with hypothetical situations and
Jay really holds having the mind state of a kid and adding to that and not shutting it down. He really holds that in high regard.
yeah, you're basically taking storybook elements that children would read and mixing them with horror, and that's
Yeah.
ICP.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure. But it was great, really seeing how him and his mom interact. She was a cool ass lady.
Yeah, she seemed really, really fucking nice.
Yeah.
and had seemed like she had a lot of integrity.
yeah, for sure.
She still doesn't like to cuss that much.
Right.
And,
Yeah, she was talking about how Jay I really liked when Jay said he's I would just bring my mom a big box of our shit, all of
Yeah.
our new jerseys and shirts, and show her what they all meant and explain them all. And I could just imagining that just made me happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Seeing Jay and his mom caring, wow, you're so good, Joe. A little kid. It's
yeah,
just,
the typical super nice mom that doesn't really know anything about
If
you boys are doing
I
great, aren't you?
Yeah.
You
am
know?
I remembering it wrong, or isn't there a story in Behind the Paint where someone took his shitty underwear and put them on a stick or something?
Yeah.
At camp or some shit.
There's a
Yeah, something
similar
like that.
story where they did it in a bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Or he shit himself in school. He took them off and stuffed them in the trash can in the bathroom to try to hide them.
Yeah,
and
and
then
someone
people
put him on a
found
stick
him.
and chased him through the hallway with him,
Yeah,
right?
and they
Yeah,
knew it was
okay.
his because his mom used to
Write his name on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and see,
So-
after that, I stopped writing my name on the back. No, I just-
Well, I still do.
I shit my pants all the time in school. They never found them.
I was gonna say, man, how did they find it? They must have smelled it and just started digging around. And
It's
"Oh,
it's
shit."
Detroit. They were probably trying to find something to eat. Let's keep it real here.
That's fucked up.
Well, I didn't watch any of the other interviews. I checked out. He talked to his mom for a long ass time, and I kind of checked out. I didn't see any of the other talk show parts. I don't know.
Yeah,
if you guys
I didn't. That was the only one. Was the mom one? I watched the
The
one
netting
where
game or whatever, which was
yeah, we'll get into, if you want to save that one for last. But
okay.
I did talk. I did watch the Doomsday one where him, Jay, and Shaggy are talking about all the things that are going to kill us.
Okay, so how was that?
That one was all right.
I mean,
That-
that just sounds like them doing a podcast with a subject is all it is.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's all it
Okay.
was. It's literally just Jump Steady, doing all the research and all the work, and then sitting them down, and then going, "This is how this is going to happen."
He's blowing their minds.
Yeah, and and the entire time Jay's trying to be no, that no. Jay just cannot accept so many fucking things, man. I'm just that's what really gets me, man. He can't accept shit. Reality. And Jump City tells him dude, no, I'm the realistic one. This is what could happen. And it's just funny to see that shit. And Shaggy's just sitting there You can see it in Shaggy's eyes, like, man, goddamn, Jay don't have a fucking clue.
He's probably trying to like throw in shit to make it funny or whatever too.
yeah,
Though.
but you can tell Shaggy just don't even like halftime don't even want to be there.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just two brothers arguing
love
over shit, and Shaggy's just sitting here like, oh my
Yeah.
god, man, Jay, God, Jesus Christ, you're dumb.
I did watch the one that blew my mind was the Mad Professor's Lab. Did you watch any of that, dude?
I watched the
No.
very beginning of it.
That shit.
What's Mad Professor's
all right,
Lab?
so look, they
What's
did
the concept?
the concept was they had this like they had a really cool setup. It looked like a lab, like they have a bit like a chemistry like stand-up table in front of them. They were doing actual experiments on like Jumpsteady looked up all these experiments, bought all these chemicals, bought all these supplies. Like he went all out. Jumpsteady did some fucking work setting this up.
Oh yeah, he does
Right.
the work for all of it.
It was really really dope, but every like other experiment didn't work or fucked up.
Right.
It was
So it was supposed to be scientific experiments.
Yes.
Like
So-
the ones you like look up on the internet that tells you
Yeah,
like
the basic
how
shit.
to make a light bulb come on with a potato and stuff like that.
He was doing like mixing chemicals and shit, and, like making explosions or like smoke and shit. And, like one of them.
But you can tell he hadn't rehearsed it. They were just doing them on the spot,
Yes,
basically.
yes,
Yeah.
dude. I made notes because it was so funny. Like I mean, I could pull it up, but they combined like hydrochloric acid with something, and like they literally made a fucking like bomb that like. It broke the glass and then like filled the studio with smoke, and they all had to run out.
Oh my god!
It was so funny, dude. Let me see if I can
wish
pull
I
it
would
up.
have watched it now.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Oh shit.
I watched the beginning of it, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this is all it's going to be." Yeah,
It was
I'm
long
done.
as fuck, dude. It was like 2.5 hours long. I gotta see if I can find it. Fuck.
The first one I saw, they made something, and like Jay spilled it everywhere, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, they fucked up several of the experiments, dude. Oh, let me see. It's just called Lab Fool. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, like I said, man, I like them, but it's just like.
And welcome to the Mad
All right.
Professor.
Oh shit.
All right, let me get this on here for you guys. There you go. Oh, that'll look all right.
Jay already doesn't want to be there. Not just playing.
No, Jay is like he's having a blast here. dude.
Really? Okay.
And Jumpsteady also has this assistant.
He just has like a look in this screen grab.
All right, so Jumpsteady also has this assistant there. It's a girl, and Jay keeps fucking with her the entire time.
Yeah,
he has to
man.
keep making comments to her and shit.
He is a lonely horn dog.
Yeah, he is. All right, so hold on, wait.
Sorry, but
I had timestamp here. All right, 108 to 114.
I mean, I feel it.
and I think it's an hour and 8. All right.
Okay.
All right, so this is where they start making this shit.
Okay.
Hold on, let's see.
That's the weird
We
thing.
won't play the
All
whole
this
thing,
shit
but-
you see here today, I just basically ordered it online.
He ordered all this. He ordered hydrochloric acid on like Amazon.
So you better fucking watch it. You're gonna have Freddy Krueger.
So look, they got like a really cool setup and shit. They got the
Yes.
lab coats.
Hydrochloric acid is essentially what's in your stomach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like basically stomach acid. It's some intense shit.
All right. Look, he's, all right. Hold on. Let me fast forward some.
Exactly.
Whoops. I'm trying to fast forward. I don't know how to do it.
And I mean, let's just be clear here. Whenever you're mixing combustible chemicals, gloves are not proper PPE.
All right, so look, they're putting these aluminum balls in the bottom of these bottles, and
Not-
then they put
not
the
latex gloves.
they put the hydrochloric acid on top of the aluminum balls, and then it creates a bomb. So watch this.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Try not to get it.
I've heard about this. I've never done it, but
Yeah.
I've heard about this experiment.
Bro, it's already
since I've-
sparking and shit, I think, isn't it?
All right, you guys want to get
Maybe
back
I'm
from
tripping.
this? Everybody
Bro,
get
why
back.
is Jay holding his fucking
Fall
bottle?
back,
Oh,
fall
okay.
back. Whoa, I didn't set mine here yet. Fall back, Joe. Fall back.
Look, he's saying fall back.
Oh shit, we're about to die.
Jump said he keeps making jokes about they're about to die. So watch this shit though.
See a bubble and get a close up on that. You gotta fall back, Joe.
Okay.
All right, so he's telling them all to back away. They put the balls in. I'm explaining for the audio listeners.
Fall back, cameraman. I'm telling you. Yours is doing all good.
They're all run. Oh, all
Okay,
right.
so one
Oh,
explodes.
fucking moron.
All right, so they
the
explode.
second
Look at
one-
them. Look at them explode.
Wow, that is a, yeah, that's a pretty intense. Yeah.
Shaggy's screaming. Look at it. They'll show it in slow motion too. It's pretty dope.
Okay, like,
Now Shaggy's really loving that shit.
All right, so listen. They start choking.
yeah.
Listen to Jay.
Fall back. Everything's okay. Open that bay door. Oh, dude, fumes of death. Fumes of death.
Fumes of death.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, listen to him, dude.
Shit.
He starts flipping out.
Of death.
Joe, go back there and open that bay door.
Fuck that, get out of here.
Everybody fall back.
Commercial break.
That's fucking great.
Commercial.
He keeps screaming commercial.
Go to
Get
commercial.
out of there, you guys.
Get out of there, you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, it's so funny.
That's great.
And we're alive.
That was that. This is
Instant
afterwards.
cut.
Yeah, this it cut. It came out. They came out.
Look at Jay.
Yeah.
He's like,
Science.
Jose keeps yelling every time something's successful. He yells science too. It's funny.
Right.
Listen,
Dude, I highly recommend watching. I mean, I skimmed through it for a little bit until I saw this shit show right here.
this is fun.
And I went back and watched it. I was like, this is fucking comedic gold, dude.
Right.
Yeah, this is like one. So far, it's like one of the best ones they've done.
But they keep going for another hour after this.
Really? Jeez.
because that hydrochloric acid
man.
is toxic and crazy.
All right, so they keep fucking around, but that part was so fucking
was the
hilarious.
highlight.
There was Jay made a really funny face. I made
Yeah.
a note of here too.
Okay.
12820. Hold on.
You know what I've been noticing though about the side comment about their makeup?
Yeah,
Shaggy's
Justin.
makeup looks a lot better than Jay's because you know Shaggy's an artist and he does his own
Yeah.
makeup and Jay just slops it on.
Yeah, pretty much.
When Joey drinks it.
Watch this shit. Look at Jay's face here.
All right, can we go to the
funny.
Can we go to the instant replay when it first started coming out?
That shit just made me laugh. Right. He just looks like awkwardly at the camera, like. Then he just walks away.
Nah, I ain't doing that
Dude,
shit.
it's so funny though. Like Jay, like he's trying to like be the director during this too. Like tell
Yeah.
him what to put the camera on and shit. It's so fucking funny.
He does
man.
in all of them, and sometimes it gets really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I highly recommend checking this video out. Like watch.
Okay.
Skim through it.
I'll watch it. I mean, because it does seem funny, just the catastrophes that are happening.
Yeah, dude. Like they do a couple more experiments that just don't work. They fall flat. They go to make napalm. And they're like,
make napalm?
they literally talk him out of it. Like, no, do not. Jay's like, don't make the napalm.
Right.
Rob, the Secret Service just paged me.
Just paged me.
Page.
Like burning shit.
Hit him on
like-
the beeper.
Nitrogen in normal water. Now,
oh, they start
Quick,
burning.
Agent Thompson.
They fr-
Page J.
They freeze shit with liquid nitrogen. That's pretty cool. And start busting it. That's kind of sweet.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch that one.
Oh, man,
I
it's
watched
funny.
the beginning of it and I thought it was gonna suck.
Yeah, it does kind of suck at the beginning. It's boring.
God, it's 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
almost.
killing
You
this
skim through it, but man, the second half especially it's fucking gold. Highly recommend it.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, Jay keeps inserting that. At one point, she's wearing a mask, and he's like, all right, if this experiment goes well, you got to take off your mask. Like, for what? The other guys are like, all right, Jay. Like,
Yeah, I know. That's the funniest shit. Is when you see Shaggy and Shaggy really goes.
They don't even acknowledge him. Like
Yeah.
Jay's like, oh, you hear that, juggalos? After this experiment, she's gonna take off her mask. And like, no one cares but him.
Yeah.
And then the experiment goes well because it was an easy one. And like, he's like, yeah, she's gonna take off her mask. And like she does. And like, it's so anticlimactic. And
Right.
she's just like, you know, hey, like she's some rapper chick, I guess, but.
Oh.
All right, so okay, so that
Jay's
one
like-
that one's cool. I'm gonna go back and watch that. Jay's antics, good or bad, cringy or not, they are entertaining.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's like the Michael Scott of Psychopathic.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Like, dude, he really
Oh,
is.
Lord.
He is super, super
the Michael
awkward.
Scott of psychopathic.
He's like
That's so funny. That's
Oh,
a great
man.
comparison.
he was like, you know, he was like the Dawn with like all the charisma and shit. Now he's like Michael Scott.
He
with,
really
like,
is.
It's just so weird.
That's
but,
great, man.
So that one was really funny. Then you got the Doomsday one, which is
Yeah.
funny to watch because of how cringy Jay is in it.
Sure.
Like jumps that he's telling them all like scientific shit about like, you know what I mean, different things that could happen, like bombs and, you know, volcanoes and like, you know, world-ending things.
Yeah.
And by the way, what's up with Bigfoot? Have
Like
you heard
magnets.
Have you heard anything about Jay talking about Bigfoot?
No.
He talks about Bigfoot all the time now.
Oh, really? That's like his new thing.
Yeah. He like loves
I mean,
Bigfoot.
hey, man. I'm not trying to knock it. Bigfoot is probably real.
Bigfoot's probably real, but
Probably.
I mean, it's interesting that Violent J is getting like obsessed with Bigfoot.
Yeah,
though.
he seems upset, especially watch that one, the Doomsday one. He's talking about Bigfoot a lot.
All right.
Yeah, to be very clear, I don't think Bigfoot is real.
I was just
Yeah,
like,
I,
okay.
Yeah, because they're. I mean, there would have to be more than one, or
So big
yeah.
feet.
Big feet.
Big feet. Yeah, there would have to be big feet. Exactly.
Bigfoots.
Exactly.
Yeah, even Shaggy said
And they all
that
live.
shit.
They all live in like backwoods, like what, Kentucky or like Utah, some unpopulated place.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Come on.
But yeah, watch that one. That was funny. And then okay, so I mean, Elephant in the Room, fucking Ned and Game.
Yeah.
Did you watch
Ned-
that?
I watched.
Yeah.
I watched some of the Ned and Game.
I watched the third one with like the attractive.
Jay was
chick.
slurring some speech in that one.
Was he? You
Did you
think
watch
so?
that? Did you
yeah,
watch
for
that
sure.
one?
Yeah, I did watch the Ned and Game.
With the brunette with all the makeup.
Yeah, because just keeping it real, it was just like
It's a train
10
wreck.
out of 10 cringe
It was a train wreck.
factor. Like it's hilarious, but it's
And
because of the cringe factor.
And the Juggalos themselves,
Yeah.
like playing. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
they got Clownvis on it.
Yeah.
though.
By the way,
Yeah.
first
It's
of
like
all, I'm a Clownvis fan. I like Clownvis.
Yeah.
but,
He
but
is pretty
I
funny.
thought it was so cringy that they like made like the girls have to fucking date clown. Nobody wants to date fucking
Yeah.
Clownvis,
Yeah.
bro. Like that was not a prize. You know?
Look at her face.
Right.
And that chick. By the way, did you watch that chick? Like,
No, I didn't watch the
all right.
Clownvis one.
all right. So I watched part 1 wasn't on YouTube, but part 2 and 3 were on YouTube, and part 2 with Clownvis is actually pretty good. Like,
All I found was part 3. I guess I didn't find.
it's possible that they're getting taken off.
Yeah.
Oh no! Look, here's part 2.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
think,
not
right
part
here.
here.
3.
All right, so look, Jay's hosting. All right, so he was actually pretty good. He was way better on this than he was Family Feud. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Way better Ned and Game host than Family Feud. But
The third one though.
Well, I kept doing this thing right here.
yeah,
yeah,
That's
his new thing.
kind of talk like
Yeah,
this.
look, he's doing it right here.
That's
Real
his
quick.
that's his new thing. That's like his new talk.
She likes drinking sperm? I'll wait to see. This is
Yeah.
Jennifer Johnson.
all right, so he
Yeah,
introduces
exactly.
all these chicks, and
And he,
a couple of them are really like not attractive. Unfortunately, it's hard to say, but like this chick got giant honkers, which is
well,
cool.
I don't
but-
know. Yeah, like she's like the one where I was like, did they just like only have 4 chicks, so they open the door and were like, hey, you want to be on this Ned and
Pretty
Game?
much, I think
Here's
so.
$30.
I mean,
Like-
they got Clownvis for the guys,
Yeah.
so I guess
Look,
like,
so these are the winners of part 1, I guess, which I can't find, but the chick's pretty hot. And like, I guess she won a date with this fucking tool, but like what's so lame and like cringy is like they're in like this weird back room where like this fucking
know.
dirty like chicken wing guy is making them food.
Yeah.
it's like I mean I get it, it's supposed to be funny and shit, but like it would have to be so fucking awkward.
Awkward. Oh,
bro.
for sure.
How
like you're
awkward
sitting
is
there
it?
with like a camera recording you and literally like a set on top of dingy ass like garage carpet.
And look, she does
Yeah,
not look like
neither-
she's having fun. He
Hell
looks-
no,
not
she's
at
not.
all.
She's like free grape juice.
Oh yeah, she's talking. Hold on. They
The
Jump
whole
He's like
time.
asking her questions.
He's pretty interesting, so
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Jump Steady's pretty
How's it
funny. I
going
gotta
for you?
admit that.
Dude, it's been smooth. I feel like the stars are aligning tonight for me and this lovely lady.
Oh God, dude.
oh, dude.
This conversation is getting hotter than these chicken wings, brother. Let me tell you what.
Oh, shut the fuck up, bro.
man.
What the
This is so
It's
fucking
going down
cringe.
over here at
Oh,
Duck
yeah, that's
Face.
what I'm saying. But
These
it's like
two,
it's rich
it
cringe,
seems
you know,
like
like
a romantic
you could taste that
connection.
shit.
And you two.
All right, so anyways, like, so
Yeah, it's
look. All right, so here's
it's set up in the back of like psychopathic offices where they used to sell merch before COVID happened.
yes. Like, all right, so look, these two chicks are okay. Like, the big fat honkers. This chick's pretty attractive. The second chick. Third chick is just like a hippie, like homeless lady off the street. None of her answers are coherent. None of them make sense.
Right.
They had a guy like that on the third one, I think.
Really?
It's like
Yeah.
I almost feel like it's 2 girls who have no idea what ICP is, 2 girls who know exactly what ICP is, and 1 girl who doesn't know what anything
Yes,
is.
correct. That's exact.
Right.
These last 2 girls are actual juggalettes. Like they're both like playing the part, saying the shit you're supposed to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they get it. This last chick says she has an OnlyFans though, but she gets up and starts shaking her ass at one point. She's got a big, huge, fat ass. It's nice.
Okay.
Interested to see
All right.
that.
Highly recommend it. Recommend checking that out. Let's see if we can get to that part. Oh, here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, let's just get there.
Where's the music?
what's your name?
All right, so he was wanting all of them. He asked all of them to like get up and dance, but then this chick did. But she was the only one that whips her ass out. And like,
She actually she pulls it. Okay, she pulls it out.
Sounds pretty good.
I think she can win the whole thing by taking a shit on the stage right here. Just saying, take it home.
look at her put that dumper back in them pants though.
Right.
All right, look at this chick. This the homeless chick. Like,
Here it is, yeah. Okay. Well,
Look
I mean,
at
hey.
look at number 2. Look
Yeah.
at number 2.
Yeah, she's like, do I get my 50?
Look at this lady, dude. What is she doing?
I mean,
Oh my god, it's so cringe.
but like,
Cock like I gotta
Well,
get.
sounds like a titty bar in here.
Jay saying funny shit.
It's a good thing this podium's here.
there's probably.
He's pretending he has wood. That was the joke.
Yeah. I got you, but like I said, it's
All right, so
sort of
obviously,
weird who.
so anyways, the green hair chick wins the round 2. But I started the third one and I didn't finish it. But it was weird. It was a hot chick, right?
Yeah, she was pretty hot.
And there was a chick actually in the panel too.
Yeah. That's
Huh.
spoiler alert.
Yes.
That's-
Oh, that's who wins. Yeah. If I was that girl, I would have picked her too.
But we
Yeah.
got it. But
Because the dudes were all fucking
the
cringe.
dudes are man.
Have you ever seen Bigfoot? We'll get to that later.
They're talking about big fat.
Yeah.
He talks about he slips Bigfoot in everything.
All right, so yeah, these are the cringe dudes that are on here. Oh yeah, this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
was
Oh,
so
bro.
cringe.
Yeah.
The first guy was so cringe.
Yeah.
Jay gets mad at him when he doesn't freestyle. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, what?
There's a part where they put on a beat because one of the questions is like something about freestyling. They put on a
Okay.
beat for him,
Yeah.
and he's just like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't. And he like refuses to do it, and you can tell it's like real. Like,
Yeah.
he's scared.
Yeah.
And like Jay gets fucking mad. He's like, you should have at least tried. What's wrong with it? You should have. Like
Yeah, his with his like what is that like accent? Like
What's that?
oh man, what's that make me think of?
I don't know.
Like bro call or whatever.
Oh yeah, that guy was just weird.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that was he.
Devotion. Man, I gotta hand it to you, brother. That is devotion.
Oh, I want to see
Talking
this.
about the ocean.
Just selling drugs in general.
That guy's so cringe, bro.
It'll be tough these days, right? The shit's
God, you gotta have balls to go on this show. Like, how'd you not know it was gonna be straight cringe?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Oh God, dude.
What is a text you might send me at 2 in the morning that would pique my interest to come and see you?
I was trying to find the rapping part.
I just couldn't get you off my mind, and I'd ask you to come over so we could quote unquote snuggle.
Oh my God.
Quote
dude.
unquote snuggle. I mean
God, man.
he's got my dick hard.
What if the tips of y'all's dicks accidentally touch for like a second? Would the whole mood be ruined
Jeesh.
at that point?
Throwing a
Man, shit
curveball, eh?
happens in life, as long as there was no penetration of my butthole. Oh,
Oh, come on, bro.
what is going on?
You gotta look, man. You gotta be
Jay's being funny.
Optimus Prime because it
Coctimus
Oh,
Prime.
that guy. That was actually a funny
Okay.
answer.
Yeah.
It was like, what would your porn name be?
Okay.
This guy's.
Is
And
that
all
Head
the
from
lovely
Korn?
ladies out there, what it is
Here it goes.
that you most admire and appreciate about juggalettes?
I think the juggalettes are cool because they talk to people like me. I like to murder people.
All right. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
People
For
too.
fuck's sake,
I think
man.
I
That
think
we
he's a
talk about
plant. I
murdering.
think that's
Like,
they-
just to be funny.
Yeah, I think he's
No, I mean I think it's
I
just like going on the
wholeheartedly agree, but I
you know
don't have
because
the
there's
skills.
juggalos that like I don't know,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
personality
yeah,
type.
yeah,
type.
get to that
Hear
part.
the beat, let me hear your best freestyle.
I think there's like personality types of juggalos, and that guy fits that one who like tries too hard on the murder
Oh,
tip.
this is
Yeah.
cringy,
How it's
man.
like
All right, here's the cringiest part, dude.
Shit, so it's not gonna work for me.
This ain't gonna work for me.
I ain't got shit, honestly.
Oh, he fucking really tanks it, man.
Yeah.
Boo!
I can't. I ain't got it, man.
Oh, wow. What? Wow.
Jay's so disappointed.
I literally got nothing.
Oh my God.
oh, it's so this is great.
I know.
This is rich cringe.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take it.
He really is legit like irritated. You fucked up. The classic.
I wholeheartedly agree. I don't have the skills that my man Jay does.
Hey, man, it
Or
ain't
else
about
I'd be getting
skills.
paid.
You could have just fucking said something over that beat, man. You could have tried anything, man. Who gives a fuck? Show your fucking skills. Who gives a fuck if you ain't got no rap skills, man? Look at what you're competing for over here, man. Try something. All right, that's my advice.
I do agree
Go
with
ahead,
Jay
if you wanna do
on that
nothing, that's your
part.
choice.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're on a game show, fucking do anything.
Yeah, you fucking
Juggalo
pussy.
number 3.
Yeah.
I mean, you can chalk it up to nerves and shit. I get it.
Let's say
Yeah.
Juggalo 3. Let's
All
see
right, he
Juggalo
actually
3.
does a good job. Like this, you know.
He at least tries.
Yeah.
My name is Mad Bars, and I drove really far to be here at Psychopathic Records tonight. I'm killing it with my juggalos and everything.
Fuck yeah!
He bails, but at least he tried.
Yeah, exactly. At least he did something.
That dude's voice is like this. My name is Matt the Kills. You're not came to the Juggalo party.
I think the girl raps too.
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
yeah! Fuck yeah! It's all about trying.
See, Jay gave him props.
Yeah.
All right, Juggalo number 4, same. I don't have any beat. I don't have any rhyme. I don't know what I'm going to say this time.
Nice.
Okay.
So all right.
Yeah,
She-
at least
she-
it rhymed.
She had a rhyme. None of the other dudes had a
Yeah,
rhyme.
at least it rhymed.
Sound like Nikki. That was dope.
He said car and far. The hooded guy.
Oh yeah,
Trying to
you're
get
right.
one for their money.
All right. So the chick wins though. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, the chick one. It was cringy all the way through, but there
Yeah,
was a
it was
couple of
rough.
funny things. But man,
Very, very rough.
This like
Quiz knows all of the sorts. We've heard all sorts of skills.
But I mean, with
Tell-
respect to the contestants, it's pretty hard to be on this and not be
Yeah.
cringy.
yeah. I mean,
Any dating show, I think, period, it's pretty cringy.
that's an
Yeah.
It's just the
impossible
fact that,
situation.
like,
especially a
yeah.
psychopathic version of it.
Right, exactly.
That's not,
yeah.
that's not like an act.
Yeah, exactly. They're not act like they
Yeah.
really would like to go out with this girl, and you know it's not going to work. Definitely.
yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they got
And
their
dude, none of those dudes in real life would. That chick wouldn't even.
no, 100%.
100% not even.
She knew that.
Yeah,
She could tell just by their voices that she would.
Yeah.
None of those dudes' dick would never get near her.
yeah, exactly. So it's just like
why
I'll
she
go with the
picked
girl.
the
Yeah. Because at least I can have a little fun there if it even went to that. But I mean, after the awkward date that we saw they get as a reward, I doubt any of those went past that because that shit is the most awkward,
Yeah.
uncomfortable meeting ever.
Yeah.
How are you going to leave that like,
Yeah.
so you want to go on an actual date? Like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
I never want to see you or think of you
Yeah.
again. Please.
there was nothing going on after
Right.
that.
So cringe, man.
yeah.
Well-
But rich cringe, though. Good,
Uh,
good stuff.
rewind it though when that girl first walks out and look at Jay's reaction when she like walks out.
When
I'm sure he saw her like previously to this, but man, he gets super excited just when she walks in the
All
room.
right, let me find that.
Right here.
Yeah.
This is the one, the only Purple Paisley.
Purple Paisley. Okay.
So maybe this might be the same girl that was in the lab, actually.
Maybe.
Woo! God damn! Damn. Wow! What the fuck? Why not contestant? Do we like Dark Help? Can I be a contestant? The fuck?
Maybe it is the lab girl. She does not look enthused. Like,
Legible.
you know where you're at.
Doesn't at all.
Well, here, Purple Paisley. I find it hard to believe you're here looking for a date, but we do offer the
It's
finest
just- I just thought it was
juggalos known
funny
to
when you
women,
first go.
world womenkind, I should say. So, what kind of man do you enjoy? Oh, and women, I suppose. What type of individual do you look for a
What's
bed
with
buddy
his
or a hot date
accent,
companion?
bro? That's what I'm saying.
He's doing.
Like,
He just. I don't know.
I
man.
suppose.
Yeah.
You know, that's just his like, crazy game show guy.
yeah, maybe I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
maybe it's an act. Like
but he
crazy.
uses that voice for like everything in these podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's where I was weirded out. Like
That's him being like the normal like chipper guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. it's sort of an act, but he's not. You know, it's. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, you know, go for it.
All right. Well, that's all I had for that. That's as far as the Patreon goes. I didn't watch the prom night show. I meant to watch it. I haven't.
didn't
I haven't gone on there. They did a concert last night, Prom Night Massacre, but
Okay.
I didn't watch it.
Nor did I, man. A lot of it's been. I've been getting on looking for shit and I can't find it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's YouTube, so.
Well, nevertheless, you just want to dive into the calm?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's fuck it up. So I did not listen to the calm prior to this. It's been a long time since I've listened to the calm, but this will
Yeah.
be an interesting experience here.
I listened to it a couple months ago, and man, I mean, the calm's pretty infamous for being, infamous, I guess. It's not.
It's
not.
known to be one of ICP's least liked albums. Let's just put
Yeah.
it politely like that.
Yeah.
I will say this intro is so cool. Like, I like the carny
Yeah,
music.
it's at a pretty good.
That means we're headed into brand new unknown territories, y'all.
Yeah. There's a couple things about this album that I really do like, but for the most part, man, I can't get down with the songs. Most of the songs on this.
After this short calm, a vicious storm will arrive.
album background.
I didn't get the alien, the crop circles thing too. Like, did they talk about aliens in this at all?
No, just on the crop circles song.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna put this down here. Whoa. Yeah, this intro, I remember being pretty dope. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Why can't I grab that? There it is. Sorry, guys. The Tempest.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess it sounds cool, but it didn't get me excited for the Tempest at all. This is probably my favorite song on the album. I do actually like the beat, and I like the hook.
Yeah, this song is probably the tightest
Yeah.
song on here.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Because when I listened to it, I only got through the fifth. I didn't listen to the last two. But when I heard this, I was like, okay, this actually sounds like this is going to be a pretty fun little upbeat album. But then after this, yeah, it kind of took a sharp turn down.
No, this song is, like, in my opinion, the only good song on here.
I think there's a couple that are okay after this, but this song at least set the tone off pretty good. Like, I was like, all right.
Off the track. I do like off
Yes,
the track
yeah.
as well. So the first song and the last song.
Yeah, I didn't hear off the track.
Yeah, this song's pretty dope.
The hook's really cool, too. Real catchy.
Yeah. I've seen it tatted on titties. So, like, this will be the first shit we heard the 6th. We finally get wind that they're coming out with a new album. It's The Calm. Oh, I should get the booklet and see if there's anything interesting about it. Is this Mikey Clark or Mike P? Do you know?
No, I don't think
me
Mikey
get the
Clark's on
booklet.
this at all. I think that ICP produced a lot of this. I think Esham produced some of it. Possibly Mike P. I think I remember this album being like largely ICP themselves produced.
Yeah, I think you are right about that. I got the album right here.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
There's what the CD looks like. It has this cool like ICP crop circle like logo, which actually is pretty dope. It's pretty cool.
No.
Here's the booklet. All music written, programmed, played, engineered, recorded, and mixed by Insane Clown Posse at the Lotus Pod in Detroit. Additional mixing by Fritz the fucking Cat.
Yeah. So
Okay, this is interesting. So in the booklet, it also has ads for Shaggy 2 Dope, Fuck the Fuck Off, solo album and tour. ICP Forgotten Freshness 4. Tales from the Dark Carnival film series, which, did they ever do that?
yeah, I believe so, and it was really bad.
I never even saw it, dude. And then The
Yeah.
Tempest, The Storm Arrives, 2006. Whoops. But yeah, there's no like liner notes other than that. That's it.
Yeah, because there wasn't a lot to it. It was them. They
Fritz
were-
probably just helped them like throw it together, but it sounds like
Yeah.
they did all the mixing and mastering, or I'm sorry, all the producing at least.
Which, I mean, this is a pretty good beat. It
Yeah.
fits them. This beat fits them.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a more, it's definitely a more calm but beat, which fits, the concept. But
Nobody Man is. He said he loves every track. Crutch said he likes rolling over in crop circles. Nobody likes my fave is We Like It Like That. Okay. Alexis said this was the first album by ICP after Great Malenko. I got it for free and I never listened to it. All right.
I like this skit. There's some pretty good skits on this album. I'll give him that.
Okay. I don't remember this. Hold on.
Basically, he's getting kicked out of a club. He's trying to dance and he's trying to serve the the bouncer.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
song, I hated the beat to this
Yeah,
shit.
I hated this song.
I actually I remember re-listening to this fairly recent, like within the past year or two, and like this song I remember liking more than I did the first time around.
Yeah. This was like this when I first heard this one. I was just like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about a better album.
No, I agree with you. I didn't like this one at all.
I think that they rode the beat pretty well. I mean, it's not like it's not a bad song as far as like style or anything.
Just the whole package is underwhelming.
Yeah,
as a song.
Yeah, I remember
I just don't like the way the song sounds.
Yeah,
like as weird as that sound. Like maybe it's just the beat. I know that sounds kind of whack to judge a song based on just
I hated
the beat.
this shit. This shit sucks.
Yeah, like she has a chorus. Like the chorus is whack as fuck, and then
She's
you have that
Yeah,
in the background. That's just
I wasn't
kills
a fan
it.
of it. Play this song.
Because on the
like,
speaker, it sounded like when I was driving, listening to the album, it sounded like someone was walking along the sidewalk next to me, like screaming or something.
All right, fuck this song.
Yeah,
I don't like the beat at all.
Let's skip to the end, see if there's a skit. This is all Jay too, by the way, isn't it?
It's a Jay solo.
Yep. No skit on this one.
No
All
skit.
right. Crop circles.
This is another one I didn't like.
I like this song. I still.
It's not the beat's not horrible, but I don't like the rapping. I don't like Shag's rapping in this.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Why are they even talking about crop circles?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Like, I think when you've made, I can say that when you've made as many songs as ICP has, eventually you just start going, what have we not made a song? It's like The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You're like, what have we not made a song about? Crop circles. Let's fucking make a song about crop circles. Cool.
I guess.
Like, I feel like for some of their songs, Jay even, like I said, like almost has like a dart that he throws at a poster board, and he's like, pet store owner with a backpack full of Magic 8 balls. All right, let's do this.
Now they
Magic 8 ball man.
Just do like a generator online now.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Magic 8 ball, man.
yeah, because it's
Sir-
got to be tough.
What?
What?
Sounds
Yeah,
like-
why is he saying circle something?
This sounds lazy. Like most of this album just sounds lazy. And I guess you could say, well, it's supposed to be the calm. It's supposed to be calm, but
Nah.
it sounds lazy.
Calm doesn't.
Like I like
have
how
to be
Jay's rapping
boring.
here.
And that's the thing. Like there are the next. I really don't like Deadbeat Moms. That
Deadbeat-
shit was
all right.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll wait till we get to it. But like, aish.
Yeah.
But yeah, this song I feel like they wanted this to be like one of their mystifying songs, like you
Yeah.
know, the Dark Mars Lagoon, you know,
Yeah.
like one of those type things. But
Didn't work.
yeah, I think that it just flopped. Largely, look, for a great ICP song, you have to have a great beat. And
Yeah.
I know that they were doing all the beats on here, and honestly, they're not bad beats most of the time. I think they picked some bad choices with like I said, the last song how they had that
Samples
chick
and-
wailing
Yeah.
in the background. Like
They're just not good ICP beats.
you said, what now?
They're just not good ICP
Yeah,
beats.
absolutely, yeah.
They
I-
need Mike P. They need Mike
They
Clark.
need structure, yeah.
They also need a great producer to help them structure their songs. Like, you can tell when they do an album with Mikey Clark that he has a lot of input on how they structure shit.
Yeah, like
On
where,
ha- on-
where there's a bridge.
where
or-
there's a bridge, even on how they do their choruses. I think he has a lot of input on not
How
necessarily
there's
maybe
layers in the background
Yeah.
and foreground, and
yeah, like their choruses are so catchy with him.
right.
This is possibly my least favorite ICP song of all time.
Oh
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
mine too. I would not argue that.
I think Isham is
Yeah.
fucking at his worst on this song too.
Yeah, like style and lyric and everything. Like,
This hook is terrible. It's the same as Silence of the Hams.
Yeah, I never liked.
Silence of the Hams.
Yeah,
That was a
I've never
bad
heard that.
it
song.
sucks too. That's a bad. It was a Hollow Wicked song. Believe it or
Okay.
not.
Okay.
It's a cop killer song, but it's
Yeah.
him and it's mainly Jay and Esham.
E and J.
Because this is, I made it to through this, and then I started to listen to We'll Be All Right, and this song was so shitty that I was just like, nah, I'm done with the album. I can't do this anymore.
Dude, this song sucks such
Yeah.
balls.
It's rough.
He keeps saying baby mom. He says baby mom like 50 times in this verse.
Oh, really?
He just said
Fuck my baby
he
mom.
rhymed baby mama with baby mama.
Yeah. That's
And they have a baby screaming in the background. This is just all around
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah, it's a horrible concept.
It's a terrible concept.
Yeah, it's like literally a song about your baby mom being shitty. But like, it's
Like, how did this make the cut, man?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't.
Throw it on.
I-
That song's dope. Throw it on the album, bro.
I think even at this point there was no cut. I mean, you're only talking about 8 songs. This is probably quickly thrown together. This is where, in my opinion, they started getting like lazy.
Yeah. I mean, they used up all their good ideas
Yeah.
on the 6 Jokers card.
Which,
you know?
don't get me wrong, you're talking a fucking shit ton of ideas.
Yeah.
But exactly, they used all their good ideas, and like, where can you really go after you've done that many different songs about that many different topics? All your like ingenious imagination concepts have been used up.
Yeah.
You're gonna start thinking of shit like, let's make a song. And I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe Jay thought it was this super great song to write because maybe some juggalos walked up and have talked to him at different occasions about their dead,
Yeah,
man,
sure.
my baby's mom is deadbeat bitch, man. Man.
Sure, I can see that.
Yeah, but still, they could have made it more sympathetic even, you know what I mean? They made it more like, I think they tried to put shock factor into it, and that's what made it so whack and cringy, you know what I mean?
We'll be alright.
Yeah.
I don't like this one. None of these songs, man.
This shit is so terrible.
Yeah,
I
this
only-
is where I quit. When the
I'm-
chorus came on, I was like, nah, I'm done with this album for now, and then I just couldn't go back and listen to the last 2.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh my god, this shit sucks. All right, so I was over here fucking around. This song sucks too. Do we
Yeah,
agree?
like, see,
Yeah,
like
we
the,
agree.
the style even Shaggy is using right here. Dun, 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 dun. That's literally the same melody as my knee, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
Yeah.
My back.
Yeah, you're right.
My bills, my son, and my kills. And like,
Well, to be fair, rap period was at a low in this point. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, mid 2010s.
Yeah, this is 2005.
Well, yeah, 2005. Like, there wasn't much going on in rap that I remember.
well, 2005. That was the end. As a hip hop head,
That was the end of like the classic era.
The end of like
I would say
no
when
limit.
50 Cent came out,
Yeah.
that was like the end of the classic era of rap.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
50 Cent, like that's when you started getting like Mike Jones and Drake, and
Paul
then
Wall.
things
And
started
that's
to change.
what was popular at the
Rap
time.
became dumbed down and prettied up.
Yeah.
Like it was either your lyrics, you got rid of lyrics, and it was just about the feel. You know, I'm rolling with that bass, get
And
that
I'm
fuck
sure-
up out my face.
And
You know,
I'm sure that
or
was affecting them, like, because they listen to current shit still.
yeah. Or it would be like pretty boy shit, like Drake, and even a lot of people don't throw him in, but Lil Wayne. That's to
Yeah.
me, that's pretty boy rap. You know what I mean?
Sure, I feel
as
it.
much as he, it's catchy music that girls likes to listen
Yeah.
to. And granted, back in the day, like girls liked rap, but it was mostly because of the guys who listened to
So
rap.
are you saying that
know?
this is ICP's attempt to appeal to that kind of demographic? Or do you think
nah.
you're
just-
just saying they were influenced by the time a
Yeah,
little bit?
I just think it's the times that was
Yeah.
influencing
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
I think maybe since hip hop wasn't. I think it had more of a bravado to it before 2005.
Okay.
That was when rap started becoming too accessible. Everybody could make an album in their room. You didn't
Yeah.
have to be the dopest of the dope to make it big. You could
Bro, I'll tell you what, Secret Garden shits on the calm. Came out the same
I
year.
agree. I agree. I agree
I would
100%.
agree.
100%.
It may not be as mixed and mastered as well, but it's
Yeah.
1,000 times better.
Yeah.
See if there was
more heart in it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
see if
you're right.
there's
I
a
meant to do
skit.
that.
There is a really funny skit in here somewhere.
All right, let's see if it's at the end of We'll Be All Right.
Maybe because it's an older.
Yep, there
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. This shit's funny as hell.
Alright,
I
let's hear it.
thought.
What y'all do, man? Y'all in the movies? A lot of money up in here.
Come on.
It's pretty long.
All right, here we go.
He's like, what y'all do, man? Y'all in the movie?
Man, I like that hoodie. Hey, can I help y'all with something, man?
Yep, we're getting that stuff right there.
Damn, y'all getting all this? Yeah. Well, let me take this up to the counter for you. Can get you some shoes out the back or something?
Yeah.
A lot of shit. Hey, big man. I see you looking at them jerseys.
Yep.
What you need, about a 4X or something? Hey, Sly Pimpin', I know you need about an extra medium, something about my size.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I could use that. Thank you.
Slide
Spend a
Pimpin'.
lot of money up in here, Playboy.
See, and that's
You know,
what's,
listen,
that's what's so
listen.
fucked. If I was a juggalo and like heard that, I would have like lost my shit. Like, oh shit, I'm in a fucking ICP song, basically.
What y'all do, man? Y'all in the movies or something? I seen you in that one movie. You look familiar, like you was in that movie with Jamie Foxx. What? Okay. My bad, dog. Y'all got somewhere to be or something?
Yeah, we're up
All
out
right,
of here,
all
man.
right, cool.
I know what voice.
All right, dog.
Pay for this.
Come over here. Let me holler at you for a minute.
Is that Fritz?
Hey, check it out. Y'all doing a lot of stuff, man. Y'all look like y'all getting some chips, you know. I was just trying to be like,
Sounds like a comedian. Sounds like
Yeah.
Right.
Slide me like $100, couple $100 or something, you know.
Man, you
Looking y'all up.
fucking crazy. What the fuck are you saying?
It almost sounds like that dude on Facebook and shit who like puts the voice dubs over animals or whatever.
This motherfucker balling, dog. I mean,
Fuck that.
what's going
Fuck off, bitch.
What's going on?
Off.
I'll ride a fucking pogo stick all over your face with Shaggy and my
I thought that shit was pretty funny though.
This song is okay, right?
This is one of the better ones.
What
I'm
was the
not-
first line he said? I take a polo stick all over your face.
Hold on, no. Hold on.
Oh, ride a pogo stick all over your face. I thought he said a polo stick, and I'm thinking like, deodorant. I'll rub a polo stick all over your face. And I was like, I mean, depending on the day, that's actually a really nice thing for you to do. Thank you.
Okay, we got some scratching.
Yeah. Down with
It's
down
got a
with the
groovy
flavor.
beat.
Yeah.
It's
Are you
definitely
that
one of the better ones. I would say it's probably after rolling over and off
Switch
track.
gears.
It'd definitely be
Yeah.
the next one I would pick.
I just like how they keep saying "fuck you." Like it's just funny.
Sounds strong.
All right, this song's okay.
It's okay.
But I'd still. I mean, I guess this is an EP, but this is one of the first. One of the songs on the album that I think of as an EP song.
Sure.
It just sucks that like most of the songs on here are not EP songs.
Yeah, if this was like a classic, ICP EP, this would be like one of the
typical song.
one of the typical not the best song on the EP, but this would be the worst one on the EP.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And sadly, with this album, it's one of the best songs.
Yeah. All right, then off the track.
Didn't hear either one. Yeah, this one either.
This
I
song
do
is
like
dope.
this one.
It was so groovy.
Yeah, I think Jay's got a pretty good flow to it.
I can make sweet love to a pocket pussy to this song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Freely, keep on back flying with me. I remember this one.
Yeah, I like this song.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, the chorus has a nice little vibe to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty good little track. This has a good vibe to it, like it'd make a good like nighttime song. Like,
Yeah.
Driving around at night, like chilling, smoking a nail or something like that.
Yeah, this is a good like
at the gathering at night or something. Like
Yeah.
I buy a fire.
if you were to make like a vibe and like ICB playlist, like this would be on there.
Hell yeah.
I like that little flow part right there.
Yeah. That's just tight. All right, I think it's safe to say this is the best song on here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I still
Honestly,
like
yeah.
Rolling Over a lot. Too.
Rolling Over it's a close second. I think this song
Yeah.
crushes it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is one. This is probably the only one from like a non-juggalo, because I think I could at least bring that to this.
Yeah.
I'm not a juggalo now. From a non-juggalo perspective, this is the only song I would like add to a playlist.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know what I
it.
mean? Rolling Over is a good song, and it does remind me of like ICP, like the shit. But this
Like
I
an
could
older
listen to.
ICP.
Yeah, this I could listen to now. Put it that way: if you want to play the calm, I don't know why. If you were a juggalo and you're trying to get someone in ICP, you'd pick the fucking calm. But if you did have to pick the calm, if that was the only album available to you and you're in a fucking apocalyptic scenario where you can't access any other ICP music, play this for the person and get them onto ICP.
Can you believe we live in a world where somebody could say, "I've been down since the calm, bro"?
Yeah, and that's like a braggadocious.
That's
thing.
like an old school juggalo.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, bro, really? Wow.
I felt like I did see a lot of juggalos that got brought into from the calm.
I think they probably like were coming off the heels of Shangri-La, but that was just like the first
Yeah.
album that came out when they were
Yeah.
kind of into it. Maybe that'd be the. I mean, I guess you got.
'Cause I
Hell's Pit in
remember going to
between,
shows and seeing a lot of them wearing, like a lot of juggalos wearing, like younger juggalos at the time wearing calm shirts.
but- Yeah. You know what? I would get a shirt right now if they sold it and they had like this ICP logo on the back.
Yeah.
Like with the where it kind of looked like an X. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Looks
Like
pretty
that's
cool.
just dope. Like just give me a black shirt with
Like
that on
crop
it.
circle
Yeah,
logo.
I think that's just dope as fuck. Like, did that exist?
I don't know.
That's fucking sweet,
I
man.
think I remember seeing a jersey with that symbol on.
Really?
it. Maybe. I don't know.
We should copy this and make like a Deck One Delt version of that.
Yeah, I'll copy that.
That'd be dope, dude.
Oh yeah, we'll steal that. Copy that. Borrow that.
We'll get influenced by that. We got all kinds of cool shit coming soon, y'all. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did make a jersey. That is tight.
Right.
That's all right. Here, let me see. I'll put
It
it
doesn't
up.
have the whole logo though. It don't
Yeah.
have all the cool little balls.
Yeah,
So there is a
that's pretty dope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, that other picture that was there. Oh, what's this? That jersey's fucking sweet.
That's a Malenko.
That is sweet,
That's
dude.
a Malenko
I don't know what.
influence jersey.
That is tight as fuck.
Yeah, that is dope.
That's a gold Malenko because see the writing.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Well,
They do have like it looks like they have some hockey jerseys as well that have like the full
Yeah.
crop circle.
that one's
image.
okay, but I love the actual like where you can't even tell it's an ICP
Yeah.
logo. That's fucking sweet. You know?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys just search for ICP crop circle logo, you can see a lot of the merchandise.
Yeah, see they got like a couple like,
Yeah, like-
that is different from that.
Yes.
I mean, that's a pretty
Yeah.
that's a very
See, that's
ICP
like that.
logo.
That's like
something
this.
Shane would wear.
Yeah.
Well, all in all, like I mean, the Calm, I'd still say it's one of ICP's worst like all around albums, unfortunately. But I think it was a experimental album. Let's say that.
Yeah.
They're literally off the track. I think the vibe of them being off the track and being able to do whatever they want, I think that's like an encompassing like kind of feeling they were going for with this. And I think they did kind of accomplish that. But it's just unfortunate that the songs themselves just aren't that great, you know?
Right.
I give ICP props for trying new shit and weird shit, producing the album themselves. Like, that's all super cool. I like the idea of them being off the track. I think that's a neat, like, way to say, like, that they're moving on from the Joker's cards. I really enjoyed, like, all that. So I just want to say some good things about the Calm. Like, I think it was a necessary kind of step in the evolution of ICP. And not to mention, it was probably necessary to get the kind of feedback they got in order to kind of shift gears. Because I think they kind of shifted back and backpedaled when they finally did release The Tempest.
Yeah, because they went right back to Mikey Clark.
Yeah, they went back to Mikey Clark. They after The Tempest, and which, for what it's worth, I think The Tempest did well. I think it was well received. I actually liked The Tempest.
Yeah, it was pretty well received. I remember liking it.
And-
Pretty good. Like after the Calm, The Tempest was really good.
Yes. So I remember there being still an air of disappointment, like with some older school juggalos who were already falling out of it thanks to the Calm and also the Six just being over.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it too.
That was a big thing because you had all that build up.
Yeah.
And you were waiting and waiting and waiting, and then when it happened, it was kind of like. Psst,
Yes.
Even though they said no, there's a
the
second
end will
deck.
consume us all.
Yeah, but now it's like no, there's a second deck.
Yeah.
And that's what we meant by the end, like the decks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't even
Which
think
shit,
I don't even think they were talking about a second deck with the Calm.
Yeah, I don't
came
think
out.
so
I don't-
either.
They weren't even talking
Yeah.
about it yet.
I-
It wasn't until after the Tempest that they said that we're starting a whole new deck. And then Bang Pow
I would like to see a world where like the alternate reality where the Calm did well, the Tempest fucking shook the shit up, and then they just kept staying off of the track.
They just kept
You know?
doing a new
Little thematic
concept for
groups.
each one.
I would be curious
Yeah.
to see what other shit they could have like. I'm sure they would have come up with some other cool concept. It's bittersweet that they went back to the Joker card formula because while it is tried and true and it's working out again for them, I truly believe that. I would have really liked to see like them kind of delve more into the creative their creative mind and thought of like what actually is
thematic
next.
albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they could have done some really cool,
Like
different
something like
shit.
how just Twisted
Northeast,
does. Like,
Southwest, air, water, fire, little things like that.
That would have been cool, but even like to what you were just saying, where Twisted kind of like
every album's different.
every album's different. Each album does have like a overarching kind of sound to it, which is cool. While I'm not a huge fan of what Twisted's been doing musically, like I appreciate that aspect of it. But I think they would have been interested to see ICP kind of do that. But stick to what you know.
Yeah, Twisted is like one. I can still listen to Twisted. Like like I said, Chef Ramsay talking about cars. I can still listen to Twisted, and I really like their music even to this day. I like what they're doing recently.
Yeah.
Mixing kind of the rock,
Yeah.
a lot more rock heavy.
I
But
was
they
actually
have
listening-
melodies, and I get perplexed. I still get very amazed at how good they can rap. How much they've grown as rappers, and how especially Monoxide, like
Yeah,
that dude can
Monoxide's-
ride. I know, like
Monoxide's
he's
got bars, bro.
He's like one of the most hated people in the Juggalo world, but at the same time, like he can fucking rap.
As far as
with
underground
styles
rappers
and
go,
everything like that.
he's one of the better ones. Let's say
Yeah.
that.
He's got the bars out of Twisted.
I actually I was listening to Revelation, which is Twisted's latest album.
Yeah.
Actually just a couple of days ago, and I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent. Although I did listen to Electric Lettuce, which was Twisted released a 420 album on 420 last week or
Okay.
whatever.
I haven't heard
It's just
that.
a little EP. It had maybe 5 or 6 songs on it and a few skits.
Yeah.
I had to skip through the fucking skits because it was just them like hacking, coughing, and like it was just sounded gross. Like they were, it was like all phlegmy and gross sounding.
Right.
You're fucking like pushing 50-year-old
I'm like,
guys.
come the fuck on, man. Like I
Yeah.
just want to give me some cool songs. But the first song on the album is really dope.
Yeah.
But the rest really falls apart to me.
Really?
Like, but
I'll check it out and listen.
it's worth just checking out. But
Usually the shit that I hear from Twisted is on like my Spotify recommended list or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, okay, I'll listen to this new song. But I mean, I'm kind of like that with Ouija Mac. He gets hated on so much, but at the same time, I can listen to his shit even now. It's like a non-juggler and be like, okay, this shit's pretty tight. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I
It's
feel it.
inventive and it's got like a good vibe to it.
For the most part, I feel like Ouija's music isn't necessarily just for me. Like, I get it, and I appreciate it for what it is. I think he's doing his thing, and he's doing it very well, and I think the Juggalo world needs him. I
Yeah.
think he's an integral part of the Juggalo world at this moment.
Yeah.
So
especially bringing in real young kids.
yeah,
you know what I mean? 'Cause
happened
and
he's
he's
got
by the way,
style
he's
they
like our age for what it's worth.
Yeah,
but
yeah, but I mean, just like his style is
Yeah.
definitely in the trap vein.
You're right.
And that's what's taken over. Whether people like it or not, that's what's taken over for young kids. Young kids don't give a shit about lyrics as much anymore.
Right.
They care about the vibe. They want to be able to sit in a car and like basically dance and like feel a certain way. You know, they want to have that feeling. And I used to hate on it. Yeah, I used to hate it so much, like, oh, what are they doing? But then I realized, like, I'm just being an old fucking
Yep, I
asshole.
know.
And now it's just like, I actually can listen to that shit and, like, dig it because I'm like, yo, I get what they're going for. And honestly, even when I was younger, I was more attributing my concept of rap to what I had been taught, because rap had, like, a bravado to, like, it was hard to get respected in rap, you know what I mean? You really had to know your shit.
now
If you
nerds
talk to a
rap and
hip-hop
make it
head-
sound cool.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's easy to say now, like, I don't give a fuck about, if you say, all right, let me ask you a question, do you like Mobb Deep? Or you like Wu-Tang? And they're like, I ain't never even fucking heard of them. You can say that now, and it doesn't disregard you listening to music. I think genres don't really exist as much anymore. Now it's kind of like just make the music you want to make,
Well,
and people will listen to it if they want to listen to it.
To your point, I was talking to this kid at work. He's like 21. He works in the lab with us. He listens to Playboy Cardi. That's like his shit. All right. And I don't know if you've ever heard him,
Yeah,
but
not a fan. But
I turned it on like just out of curiosity. We were listening to it in the lab and shit. And like, it's probably some of the worst shit I've ever heard, to be quite honest. But like,
pretty rough.
But the beats and music were pretty dope. Like,
Yeah.
and I even asked him, like, I told him, I was like, dude, like, you got to know, like, these lyrics aren't like that great. So like, I'm curious, like, what is it about this music that like is drawing you in? Like, and I was being sincere, like, seriously,
not trying
like,
to hate. Like,
yeah.
really explain it to me.
like, because I seriously am that old guy that just doesn't get it, and but I want to,
Right.
So I asked him, and he's like, it really is just. He's like, I don't really even pay attention to the lyrics, man. Like,
Yeah.
Because I mean, all they
It's
do is
vibe.
repeat the same
I
thing.
feel like that's how it's always been.
Going
Though.
in the truck.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that's new.
Really, it's what they've
know.
taken is
I've noticed that since I was a kid.
what
that
I think
with
trap
rap.
mainly is they took hip hop. And just like any generation, you don't want to listen to the same shit your parents listen to. But what do you do when your parents listen to rap? And rap is still the best, way to get you in a mood, to get you in a vibe. I mean, now I don't really listen to rap hardly at all, and it's for the same exact reasons that I hated on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't really care as much about lyrics anymore as I do about vibing with the music. I want to listen to music and kind of get in a headspace. If I'm listening at night, I have certain music I want to listen to. If I'm on a country, like a quiet rural road, I listen to certain kind of music. If I'm on the freeway, I listen to music. If I'm trying to drive faster, I think it's just the same for them to the point where it's like it pisses us off as if you're a hip hop head that grew up on New York rap or Cali rap or whatever, and now your kid is basically listening to the same thing that you listen to. They're gonna want to kind of make it rebellious in a way.
Sure.
And so all of the facets that we liked complex beats, we liked complex lyrics, we liked the complexity of rap. They simplified it.
They just go the other way. Like, you like that? I'm going over here.
Yeah,
kinda.
and I think a big aspect of it is also blending those genres.
Yeah.
You started taking punk and throwing it into hip hop. So instead of
That's how you get Tekashi.
I walk in, see a motherfucker rolling with it, instead
Yeah.
of that type shit, you started getting I don't give a fuck about you when you ride. I don't give a fuck, you can look in my eye. Really, all that's taking is, I don't give a fuck about you when you ride. It's taking punk and then putting it to a hip hop beat.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
I mean, essentially that's all they've done is they've blurred that line of genres. When it kind of sucks because back in our day, if you listen to something that blurred lines of genres like ICP, you were kind of like a dork for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now it's cool because
Yeah.
well, it's different these day and age too because everything's so splintered and everybody's. I mean, anyone who likes anything can find what they are looking for.
True. Very
So
true.
everything's so splintered. So there's not like a road that everyone's on. Where as far as music goes, unless you want, it's honestly TikTok. If you're on TikTok, you're getting probably at least 30 to 60-second snippets of the most popular shit. And that's how things get popular these days. So that's kind of it though. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just whatever's popular in that day, essentially. There's no path.
No.
I'm on this path. I like rock, so I'm listening to all this. No, you're just listening to whatever the fuck is out there, essentially.
Yeah, you've got infinite. Because I mean, I always grow my playlist. I'm on Spotify way too much, and it's you really can find 10 songs a week that you think are dope that you've never heard before, and it's a steady feed of this music. I mean, I as much as I used to hate on it, I embrace it now and cheer these kids on, especially because there's so many of these fucking kids that are making a lot of fucking money doing this shit. Yeah. And even though it pissed me off at first because it's this shit's on rap and we rapped and we busted our ass and we never got anywhere. At the same time, it's I think that was a lot of jealousy, you know what I mean? And I think it's really dope looking at it now.
What do you think about Lil Nas X?
I mean, go for it, dude. Do your thing, man. I'm not gonna listen to it. It doesn't do it for me. I don't listen to Lil Nas. I've listened to all of his songs, but one time, that's usually all I need to. I mean, I heard that rodeo song, whatever that shit was, cowboy. I don't remember how it goes. No, what was his real big song?
I'm gonna take my horse
down
to
to
the
Whole Town. Yeah, I know that chorus because it was all over the fucking place.
He's had several hits now, man. He's the top.
I've only heard that one.
Having
and
kids,
heard,
I have kids in his demographic, so I'm all my kids fucking love.
Yeah, I've heard that new one where he gives the devil a lap dance and shit, and that video just made me laugh. It was so hilarious that it was controversial because it was just I just thought it was hilarious. I really did. I thought it was hilarious.
I mean, it's just to get people riled up, and it works.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Hey, I don't know how we got down this road, but
Back on Ice Cream. Rah.
Nevertheless, I was going to play real quick a snippet of one song that was pretty dope off this Electric Lettuce. If you want to hear it, I'll just play it real quick. This song's actually pretty dope. It's called "We All Float." So this is the first song on the album. The first one's just an intro, but after this song, though, I don't think there's another dope song on this album. Monoxide flexing.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like the rhyme structures where you'll have like A B C D A B A B. You know, like
The hook on this song's tight. He does that on the hook too. That's tight.
yeah, he does a. So I'm saying it's not just word word rhyme
Here you
word
go.
word. You know, you have word word to word rhyme. There's like way too many people on that one song.
Yeah, this no smoke.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Axe Zula Elu is numerous
guys.
people.
Yeah.
Axe Murder Boys is 2 people. So we'll count the whole group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rappers
On one song. Yeah.
And like I think there's only like they really are riding with Alazul Elu.
They're going hard with
AXE.
them.
Yeah. They're like they have them on. Like, I feel like they're the most promoted group on the label.
I would say they are.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I pay attention. But then again, maybe they're the only. I don't know how Twist is doing their shit now, as far as like with these other artists, like what they're doing for them. You know, it seems like they're just posting their shit on Twitter, essentially.
Yeah,
but
I think that what they were trying to do with Magic Ninja is make it more of a collective instead of a label.
Yeah.
Because you have like, you know, I think with Psychopathic now, even Jay's admitting that. Like he'll even say like, "There's no real need for a label anymore."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now,
you just roll with us, essentially.
yeah, exactly. It's more like a collective.
You could claim the set and you could just release your shit. We'll promote it. You'll tour with us. You know, kind of.
Yeah,
shit.
it gives you exactly. It's just like a bunch of homies that get to tour and we'll hop on each other's albums for free, basically, instead of charging each other like most features. And we'll help get each other exposure.
That's what it seems like, and they keep signing all these random people too. That like, I mean, I can't tell you how many people are on fucking Magic Ninja at this point.
No, I know that rapper Red is pretty dope, but I
Is
don't
he?
know what the fuck he's doing on that label.
Yeah,
And I mean, I'm not talking like shit about him or the label. It's just it doesn't seem like a fit. Like he doesn't have the big theatrical shit that like Blaze and Alex Zuli Lou and Twisted has. He's a dope rapper, a really tight rapper, but he's like I feel like he'd be more set at like Rhyme Sayers or you know what I mean, like one of those type labels. Than he is like on here.
this is rapper Red.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? This is like more shit you would hear on Rhyme Sayers.
When's he gonna rap?
Like listen to Bounce or something. Yeah, I was gonna say like
there he is.
because this is like some like thing, but
I mean, okay, whatever. I see what you're doing. It's not really
right,
my shit,
yeah.
but-
See, it's not something I would expect. I would think on this album. I would think more like another underground.
Yeah.
Well, keep going to Rhyme Sayers because like he reminds me of like Mac Lethal almost. In a
Twisted
sense.
Twisted just signed this weird rock band too.
Really?
Called Ode the Horror.
Oh, the horror.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They got some wacky shit happening over there,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, I think they're just like we said. They're basically like, yeah, come here and you know, you can come over on our label. You can make a vast majority of your money is your money, basically,
Yeah.
and we'll help you tour and all that.
You know what? One thing I'll say about Magic Ninja is I wish they would big up Gmo Ski some more.
Gmo Ski's probably the most talented dude on that label. He's
Yeah.
a prick, but he's
not on the label anymore.
He's not?
oh, he's not. Oh, okay, I was
No,
gonna say
Gmo
he's
Ski
a
came
total-
out and fucking talked shit about him.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, tell me about it. What happened? Was that on did CPN talk about this?
No, I watched Gmo Ski. Like he doesn't like say them. He doesn't like name drop them. Well, there was a stream where he got drunk one night.
Gmo did?
Yeah, and he was like, he was talking shit. He was like, y'all don't know what it's like. You don't know the labels. You don't fucking understand. He was basically saying they fucking dicked him over and ripped him off.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Damn.
He was saying that like
We need to get Gmo on the
they
show,
don't
bro.
like they promise you shit. They don't give you shit. So like the whole thing, like the money is like you get on their label and the money thing is yours. It's from what Jimo's saying. That's not true.
Oh yeah.
They like own your fucking masters. They, you know, they
sucks.
basically own your shit.
Yeah, that sucks. I'd love to know more about that.
Like, in my opinion, Twisted's running their label like an old school label did.
Like psychopathic.
Yeah, where like they want your
That was the idea is
they want your masters.
I was gonna say I think like that was the main idea is when they made the label I always thought they were making it because they were so pissed off about Psychopathic taking such a big cut, so they gave it.
They're doing the exact same thing Psychopathic did, dude.
Yeah, like I said once again, Chef Ramsay.
Now you know that could all be that could be speculation with what Gmo said. I was just going off of what
Gmo is definitely. I mean, if he's not on the label, that sucks because I think he's the most talented, and they definitely should have pushed him more. But yeah, I think I wonder why they really. I think they're getting the connection to Al Azul Ilu because they're so much in line with what Juggalos want.
Yeah.
They're bringing people over from the Psychopathic. I almost feel like Twisted is mostly doing it just to get at ICP. Twisted.
Oh yeah, that seems like their whole thing.
It's like their whole persona is like
they're doing all these live streams.
Off?
They're doing all these live streams now. I think they're doing it like at the same time as ICP and shit too. Like they're doing all kinds of weird shit. Over there.
I mean,
what Crutch said, Carver needs some coffee, homie.
I'll just skimming through some of these comments. There's all kinds of shit popping off the comments.
He hasn't been over, or Chris hasn't been over here in a while, so I'm just letting him go and talk and shit. I don't really have much to say today.
It's all
like
good,
in all honesty, I really don't.
Yeah, I feel you. Somebody said Gmo was a bootleg D12 or something. Man, corny bootleg D12. Come on, man. He's got some of the tightest flows I've ever heard in the Juggalo world.
And bars.
For sure.
That's where
I put Gmo on some of the tightest bars I've ever heard. Like,
and I will seriously say also with Gmo, he gets respect because he's done his work in the hip hop game. He's a fucking vicious battler as well. And I don't give a shit how much of a Juggalo you are. You are out of your fucking mind if you say his battle to Jay wasn't brutal. Like he shit on him. And like even having no hands in the at play in that battle, it was still regardless like he had plenty of lines that were like vicious, like really vicious.
Yeah, I was not a fan of him doing that at the time, but I've since become a Gmo fan after the fact, but that really turned me off as a Juggalo and ICP fan.
Now, granted,
I was
agree.
promoting Gmo like immediately. Like as soon as he even fucking came out, I was pushing him. I remember I was like, dude, check out this Gmo.
Yeah, he's tight.
Check out this fucking video. It was the damn skin video.
Yeah. Human claw.
Yeah.
But
it didn't stick with me. Like I liked him at first, and I didn't hate, and I did not. I didn't like stop liking him because he did ICP.
Was that the video that went to like millions?
I can't remember.
He had like one video that went to like millions.
I think it was G.
Went viral.
I'm pretty sure that was his video for G.
Where he's like sitting on the ground and like candles around him and shit.
Oh yeah. I think.
Let me see.
Yeah, like I liked him, but it just after a minute, it was just another.
He's just got such dope like punchlines and like puns and like bars, bro. Like nobody else has like punchlines like him. Like and as far as like Juggalo, Magic Ninja, Psychopathic shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know a shit ton of rappers that have fucking brilliant punchlines.
Oh yeah.
But as far as
Ignorant.
Yeah,
Ignorant went to 1.5 million.
Damn, hell yeah.
That's a shitload of fucking streams, man. I mean,
something you know what probably happened is Twisted was afraid that he was going to get bigger than them.
Yeah,
they stopped helping him.
As much as they hate ICP, and like I don't know much about it, but it kind of sounds like they're becoming, what they hated about Jay.
Yeah.
Like
they definitely pull some fucking shady shit. There ain't no doubt about it.
Right.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know. Like, I'd be curious to talk to somebody who was on the label that isn't. Like, just to get the inside scoop on that. So
hit up Gmo, but
I will hit up Gmo.
I don't think he's going. I mean,
I don't think he will.
Like he was drunk when he was saying it on that stream. But he's still like held back a little bit. I don't think he's going to go public with anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to, piss
unless
feet
he has.
or anything.
I don't know. I haven't followed him in a while, so I don't know what he's saying now. But this was like last year.
Really?
When I saw this,
I'd be curious about that. And I know that I don't think Gorilla Voltage, those dudes are on there anymore either. Maybe I'd be better off reaching out to them. Well, either of y'all motherfuckers, if you know anybody or got the hookup on Gmo or anybody who's got the dirt on Magic Ninja, let me know. I want to know what's going on over there. All right, man. Well, do you got anything else you want to touch on before we wrap this motherfucker up?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks for everybody hanging out in the chat. There's all kinds of shit going on. Sorry we didn't read everybody's comments.
Right.
But I don't know if the last time we did a show, which was a few weeks ago, I will finish with this. I told you all to watch or listen to Band Splain. Did anybody bother doing that?
I never did.
All right, so there's this Spotify show, audio show called Band Splain, where it's just this girl. She talks to experts who are like know a lot about fan bases of certain bands or whatever, and kind of get the inside scoop on them. They did an episode on ICP, and they had us submit. They actually reached out to us, and we submitted a little audio or a clip of us talking about what ICP kind of means to us. So I listened to it. They didn't play our whole clip. Like we gave them like several minutes worth of shit. They literally chopped it up like 3 little 3-second bites and like put it in this compilation at the end of the episode of like Juggalos. One of them, Scotty D. Juggalos like talking about like what ICP means to him. But it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, we're on there, so you'll hear me and Nick Carver on there.
Bands playing ICP.
Yep, Bands playing ICP. That's just a couple weeks ago that episode came out, so that's cool. Electricist list.
Is it like a podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And I will say this: I listened to the whole episode. They talked to this dude who was a journalist. Like a legit journalist that became a Juggalo, and he's covered ICP at the Gathering, and he was at the march and shit.
Yeah.
He said that he started covering them as like just to see what the fuck they were about, and like became like a hardcore Juggalo. Started going to all the gatherings and shit.
Oh shit.
And he's a pretty legit cool dude. Like very smart, well read. Like he was representing us. I'll say that he did. He did a good job of giving her like answering her questions, giving her all the pertinent information. So I thought it was well done. I highly recommend anybody check it out if you didn't. Like it's it's fun. It's a cool episode.
Oh yeah, good shit.
Peep it.
Bands playing ICP.
I think we chapped a couple asses talking about hating on Twisted.
That's all right. They like
look,
Bazooka Joe's
Twisted is a fucking. Like I said, I think Twisted is fire. With a lot of their songs that they write, they're very talented. It's just they're acting like little bitches right now. So like, they can still they can still have dope music and act like little bitches in the same sense that ICP can have dope music and Jay can act like a fucking drug addict, like a homeless. He can talk like a homeless person at times.
Look, dude, Bazooka Joe got her back. He said we were just bullshitting, and that's what this boils down to, man. We're not trying to be a fucking news source. We're just bullshitting. We don't know.
Right.
We don't pay that close attention. We're just fucking around.
Yeah. Once again,
we expect all you motherfuckers to correct us.
Yeah, and I am not an authority on this at all. Like, I haven't been a Juggalo since the Wraith, so it's like take anything I've said with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I'm talking from a completely non-Juggalo stance.
Sure,
so
but you were in it, dude. You were in the shit with us.
Yeah, and I love them,
just like we
all
were.
of them. Yeah, and that's like I know that there's this big feud in the middle. But honestly, like I like both of their music at times. You know what I mean? Like ICP, I will always love their older music.
Sure.
More than I like Twisted's older music, but now it's switched for me. I like Twisted's newer music. I'm not a big fan of ICP's newer music.
I feel it.
But that's like kind of my relationship with both bands, and that's why I'm able to talk shit about both, and at the same time really appreciate both.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, and I'm with you, and I agree with what you're saying. You know, it's right now. If you were to ask me my top 5 favorite bands, I don't even know if ICP would be in them. You know what I mean? But the point is, like, we do this show to reminisce, get the nostalgia, have fun hanging with our other Juggalo homies. We're representing a portion of old school Juggalos that don't have much representation, and we're just showing you the reality of once you were a fucking hardcore Juggalo, what happens to you 20 years later.
This is it.
You know, so
half of your crew's going to be wearing goofy fucking colorful hoodies, no ICP stuff anymore, and then one of you guys will have a full beard and wear like, you guys will still be wearing ICP patches on your hats that you haven't fully committed to yet. So you just pin them on with safety. It's going to happen.
Yeah, you just because you do you know.
Right.
So
This
is what you guys will look like. All right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can't stitch these in my perfect circle hat.
Right. It's
fuck all that.
It's bleak.
Mike Riccioli. Well, what are your top 5? Right now, I'm listening to. If I'm bumping anything, it's usually Cal Scrooby is
Cal Scrubby
one of,
is the shit.
One of my favorites. I highly
good.
recommend. He's a Cincinnati rapper. He's the shit. I listen to a lot of Queen Herbie. I love Queen Herbie. She is one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
She's great. Highly
Queen
recommend.
Herbie. I haven't heard of Queen Herbie.
She's did you ever do you know who Carmen was? Like they were it's a girl and a guy. They were like a pop duo. They actually got famous off of YouTube. They did a not a remix, but they did their version of "Look at Me Now," that Busta Rhymes song. Look at me
Yeah, I
now,
haven't
I'm
heard it.
getting paper. You know that song. They went viral on YouTube and then came out with a pop album. Came out with several pop albums, and now she raps as Queen Herbie, and she's the shit.
Queen Her. All right, yeah, I'll add it to my list.
QVEEN. Highly recommend.
E-E-N, Herbie.
I don't know. I'm listening to that. I've been listening to Tyler Childers on my vinyl a lot.
Tyler, yeah, he's on my my. When I said sometimes I'm on a rural road,
Yeah.
he's one of those.
Yeah.
Him or like Billy Strings and stuff like that. Yeah,
What about you guys? You want to share what you've been listening to?
No.
I've been listening. Yeah, I've been listening to.
He's ready to
It's
get the fuck
it's
out.
not like as far as hip hop. Like I've been getting more into like older New York, like going back to the old New Yorkers like Mobb Deep,
Okay.
Wu Tang, shit like that. A lot
I listen
lately.
to old rap. I don't listen to any new rap. So
Yeah,
I can't, there's no.
Cal Scrubby is really dope. I think he does a great job. He's one of those artists that like I can only listen to a song in a playlist. If I listen to a whole album, by 6 songs in, I'm getting bored.
Nah, not me, man. I'm fucking loving every line he puts down is like so like artistically crafted, dude. Like I'm like every word I'm just like, oh god. Like he can say like he'll say a bar and then like the next bar he'll pause for like 4 seconds and then he'll say like 3 words and it's like most perfect 3 words you could have said there.
Run the Jewels, I think, is Run the Jewels is probably one of the dopest rap acts right now.
I do like Run.
Yeah, Run the Jewels fucking kills it.
But it's 2 old school rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking LP and Killer Mike.
Yeah, Aesop Rock still kills it.
Aesop Rock's one of the
Sadistic
greatest
still
of all
kills it.
time.
Oh, I've been listening to In This Moment for a long time. I'm a really big fan of them.
Yeah, Sadistic I also recommend. I mean, he does some really dark shit. He's got an amazing style. Some of his shit's kind of depressive, but I've always been drawn to that. I like Cage back in the day. Don't like Cage so much now, but I liked him. I like that dark, depressing music sometimes, as far as rap goes.
Okay.
But yeah, mostly just classics for me, man.
All right, I feel it.
Yeah, I don't listen to rap. I really don't.
Yeah.
If it's rap, it's old.
This dude listens to a lot of bluegrass and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
listen
there's some
to- I
dope ass
listen-
bluegrass though, for real.
Yeah,
like
I
Trampled
listen-
by
I
Turtle.
listen-
Like there's some dope shit
I
out
listen
there,
to
man.
acoustic music of any type.
You listen to
Bluegrass.
Gong?
Love Gong.
Yeah,
Fucking love
I was
Gong.
gonna say I like Lana Del Rey. Like I've been getting into
Yeah.
kind of like punk bands too. Like
Okay. Wait, you
up
said
and
Lana Del Rey,
coming.
then you said
Lana
punk.
Del Rey. Well,
She's pop,
punk,
bro.
I said I meant Louis Del Mar. See what
Oh.
I have a niece, bro. She listens to
I say
Lana
I-
Del Rey.
I
Who's
listen.
that other
I listen
chick?
to Lana Del Rey. She's it's
to
good
pick
music
up
to
the
fuck
phone.
to.
To pick up the phone. What's her name?
I don't know.
God damn it. She's so huge, but like yeah, Rowan listens to that shit, Taylor Swift and all that. Yeah,
Hey,
so
I listen to
I
fucking
get hip
Taylor
to all
Swift.
that.
Sia, I like Sia.
As the cool uncle, like I dance along with her. So yeah, absolutely, I dance to all that shit. All that shit.
People saying, check out GDP for underground hip hop. Don't know who that is. I'll just look into it. Griselda Fire. Don't know who that is. And check out Omerta's EP Hyperviolence.
Omerta.
I don't know what any of that is, but thanks for giving us shit to listen to. All right.
Hyperviolence.
All right. Let's wrap this shit up. You guys got anything else to say?
No.
All right. Well, let's shuffle the fuck up on out of here. All right.
Shuffle on.
Back into the day.
All right. We'll see y'all later on Deck One Dealt. All right. Peace.
And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid.
Oh, Necro and Ill Bill. I like Ill Bill. Not a big fan of Necro.
We'll never die alone.
He has a list though, and he raps like this though.
I'll take a razor blade, slap it right up to your neck. You motherfucker, you'll be dead if you don't throw respect. I'll be the motherfucker that pour acid in your eyes, and then I'll tell you you could cry, bitch. Wait, bye-bye.
Perfect.